Today, I'm gonna be showing all of my thrift store finds because I think they're really interesting. Let's do, what first item should I get? I have a lot of stuff, I have a lot of stuff in here, so. I found a thermostat. The reason I found this thermostat and picked it out was because it was a $4 thermostat. Like, what can you go wrong with a $4 thermostat? And from what this thermostat was actually used, this was in a commercial usage. And this is actually a commercial thermostat, so it makes perfect sense. And from what it sounds like, if you listen closely, it sounds like it still works too, which is even cooler. So it has even still some use left in its life. Look at that! By the way, this thermostat, brand new, was a $150 thermostat. And it does like multi-zoning and all that stuff back here. So this is a really, really nice thermostat. And it's probably going to be better than most modern smart thermostats. So I call it a win. I found an Apple TV. Yeah, I was never expecting to find an Apple TV. That was pretty mind-blowing that I found this. So yeah, I think I paid $5 for this at Goodwill, which was very interesting. So, yeah, it's an Apple TV. It's a 3rd-gen Apple TV. I did look up the model number, so apparently the 3rd-gen Apple TVs are just kind of useless now and obsolete, since they don't receive modern software updates anymore. They can't do all the new streaming services or all that. So, basically, all I'm going to be using this Apple TV for is a casting box for school. I can connect my phone to it and use the Apple TV remote on my phone and be able to stream content to it just by AirPlaying, basically. That's basically what this is. It's just become an AirPlay box now for a 3rd-gen Apple TV, which is fine. It still works great for an Apple TV streaming box. It just doesn't do anything else. I also did have to buy a remote for it, which cost $15, so technically this was like a $20 Apple TV, in my opinion. An Atari flashback. Never in my life would I have thought I found a gaming system like this. Now it is just a Atari Flashback 7. It isn't one of the older Flashback 4s or 3s, so it's kinda not worth a lot. I paid $5 for this at, I think it was Savers, and this probably goes for like 25 bucks. So it's not one of like the Flashback 1 or Flashback 2 or the Flashback 4, which is actually like worth money. It's one of the newer ones, so not worth as much. But still, hey, it's an Atari Flashback. It can play games. Too bad I don't have a controller for it. But it does turn on and it does display stuff. And I can hit start and look at the game and then be done with it. So that's basically it. This is actually a really good item. A Google Home Mini, and this is a 2nd-gen Google Home Mini as well, so it's one of the good ones. I found 2 of these at Savers, one in black and one in this white color, so yeah, let me explain. So I went to Savers for the first time I ever went to Savers in my life. I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna find like garbage and stuff, whatnot. I found treasure. First day, I found this at Saver, $5. $5 for this little puck. You know how much these things cost now? They cost between $30 and $40 new. I found this at Savers for $5. I think it was actually less. I think I found it for $4. Yeah, I was pretty impressed. So then I was like, oh, that's pretty cool. The next day, I went back. I found another one. So total, I have saved myself $50 on paying for 2 of these, because the second one was $5. So yeah, I have one down here in the basement so I can control my TV, and then I have one upstairs in my room that controls my smart fan. So yeah, $5. I was not expecting that. Alright, I think most of the stuff is just in the room that I kind of just have to show you, so we'll get back to that. Alrighty, next item. I found this center channel speaker at Savers. This is, I think I paid probably 20 bucks for this center channel speaker. It's by Onkyo, which Ankayo. I don't know how you're supposed to pronounce it. I think it's Ankyo. This is a center channel speaker that I found at Savers for 20 bucks, and it goes perfectly with my system, which basically I got most of the speakers and receiver for free. That Denon receiver right there, let me zoom in a little bit. That Denon receiver that I got for free from somebody, and then both of those Boston speakers that are on the shelf over there, I also got both of those for free, which I think is pretty impressive. So yeah, thanks to whoever gave those to me. I'm dying. Hey Siri, turn on basement lights. Yeah, I found an open sign that works from, I don't even remember where. I think it was Goodwill, but I could be wrong. It might have been Savers. Yeah, I think I paid only like maybe $15 for this thing, and it did not come with a power supply, or did it come with a power supply? I can't remember. It's supposed to have a remote. It didn't come with the remote, but hey, look at that. It's an open sign and it works. Now, this was a really, really cool find. I was not expecting to find this thing, and as soon as I saw it and saw how amazing condition it was in, I had to have it. So this is a Hamilton Electric Westminster and Winnington chime clock, as you can hear. It is in the Westminster mode because I think it's much nicer than the Winnington chime. I've heard the Winnington chime on this, and it just doesn't sound as nice as the Westminster one. It is a 15-minute incremental chiming clock, and it hangs on my wall right above my desk. Here's my desk right here. So I always have a clock in view, and I can hear it while I'm recording, and it makes very funny recording times as well. I think I paid $15 for this at Goodwill. And these clocks, brand new, probably cost maybe $300 or $400. And this clock has basically no dents or scratches, except maybe a tiny scratch right there in like the frame. But other than that, this clock is basically perfect and brand new. So I am not going to actually do anything with this clock. It is probably going to live on this wall until I move out of the house and get my apartment. Then it'll probably go onto a wall in my apartment, and then after that it'll probably go onto a wall in whatever house I buy or build or whatever. So this clock is going to come with me for a very long time because I think it's perfect. Now, it does have a problem where it does like to mischime improperly. So every now and again it'll chime the hour, and between 7 and 8 minutes later it'll chime the hour again. And then for the rest of the hour until the next hour strikes, it will be off by 7 or 8 minutes. So if the 15-minute mark strikes, it'll probably strike it between 21 or 22 or 23, and then so on and so forth. So you get the idea. But other than that, this clock is perfect. Now, another amazing find that I found was this Guitar Hero guitar. This is I don't know what generation of this. I think it's an earlier generation before the power Rammy bar right here, before this button. It is a Guitar Hero guitar. It works completely well. I've actually cleaned this thing entirely up. This thing was super dirty. It is a little yellowed, and this thing had stickers all over it. So I got most of the stickers and the goo gone off. There were stickers all over these buttons and goo just everywhere. So I spent probably almost a day cleaning this just to make it super nice and clean to handle. It works perfectly. I hooked it up to a Wii emulator on my computer with a Wii remote, and I probably used it for maybe a couple weeks, and then I stopped playing the game. But during those few weeks, this guitar worked perfectly. It was super nice. It's super nice to strum on. So yeah, this guitar was perfect. I think I paid maybe $15 for this at Goodwill. So yeah, if you ever find a guitar like this, save it, buy it, clean it. Maybe you can sell it for a better profit, and it'll look nicer and look more appealing for people to buy it.